How do you know if your iPhone has been ed? There's an app for thatAFP, Getty ImagesFinding security toolkits that work in a meaningful way on the iPhone is a bit like looking for a needle in 1,000 haystacks. Apple has made it nigh on impossible for such apps to make it into the App Store, with rules regarding scanning of other apps and data front and center of the brick wall it has erected. So, is one new app the security needle that you've been looking for? If you're running iOS 12 or higher, the answer could be a reserved yes. iVerify reckons it can tell if your iPhone has been ed. There are no iPhone antivirus apps in the App Store. There's a reason that there are no proper antivirus apps in the Apple App Store, because Apple bans them. Apple engineered the iOS platform with security at its core, it says so itself, and users are meant just to accept that. In fairness, iOS is a pretty secure platform, and the iPhone doesn't suffer anywhere near as many security issues as Android smartphones as a result. Not that iPhones are immune from security and privacy problems, as the recent 1.1 billion e-gobbler badrits attack illustrated. However, back to the security apps point I was making, Apple ensures that all apps execute in sandboxes to prevent them from accessing the data of other apps or interfering with iOS files. Also, Apple only allows apps from the App Store to be installed unless you have an enterprise developer account or jailbreak your iPhone. All of this makes life tough for users who want to go the extra mile when it comes to security matters, and for security researchers looking for vulnerabilities to report. The argument that what makes life easier for ethicalers also applies to cybercriminals is there to be made, but one could always toss the open-source software concept back as a response. That debate, however, isn't one I'm getting into now. Developers of meaningful security tools for the iPhone have generally found themselves in a head-meet-wall situation when trying to get their apps into the App Store. Some, such as Corellium, which bypassed the App Store, have even found themselves facing legal action from Apple itself. What does iVerify do that's different? The iVerify app from Trail of Bits, it would seem, has managed to get the Apple seal of approval and is now available in the App Store. Unlike most other security apps in the App Store, iVerify does include a scanning element that could be very useful indeed. Although it's most definitely not an antivirus product. What it is an anti-ink scanner. It could also be $4.99, £3.85, well spent. iVerify exists to scan for those consequential effects and anomalies that an iPhone or jailbreak can throw up. If an anomaly is detected, the user is warned and offered advice on how to deal with the situation. Dan Guido, the founder of Trail of Bits, told Motherboard, the jailbreak detection is using side channels to figure out information outside of the sandbox. However, Guido also said that the sandboxing of apps does mean that we're playing a losing game because of the way the platform is set up, but that doesn't mean we shouldn't try. How does iVerify detect iOS-ing? The way the Trail of Bits is trying involved studying past jailbreaks that were made public, including those that employed vulnerabilities to get the all-important iOS route to bypass app installation restrictions. iVerify periodically scans your device for anomalies that might indicate it's been compromised, gives you a detailed report on what was detected, and provides actionable advice on how to proceed, according to a Trail of Bits blog posting. Not everyone is convinced iVerify will succeed, and some security app developers have expressed surprise that such an app has even made it into the App Store given the stringent rules Apple applies. It remains to be seen if either Apple's attitude has softened or Trail of Bits has managed to convince it that iVerify remains within the app guidelines. Keeping your iPhone secure as well as the anti-ink scanner functionality, iVerify also includes several security guides to help users lock their device.